Stan Brand is a top Washington attorney who was hired to represent Larry Craig in front of the Senate Ethics Committee. Mr. Brand, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Help me out here, sir. On Saturday, the senator said that he intended to resign from the Senate on September 30th. Then his spokesman came out yesterday and said, not so fast. He's now reconsidering that decision. So what happened in those few days? What changed the senator's mind?
Well, I was hired before all this occurred, and my advice has been from the beginning that the Senate of the United States has never taken cognizance of misdemeanor private conduct cases in the 220-year history of the Senate. And before we have even a chance to respond to the complaint which the Republican leadership has filed, it seemed to me that we ought to seek to have the committee dismiss this outright, given the fact that this arises not from his official duties, but from his private conduct.
And yet a lot of the Republican leaders would argue that with you, including Republican leader Mitch McConnell, who called the senator's actions unforgivable and feels that he should be gone.
Well, they may be unforgivable to the senator, but the unbroken line of precedence in the U.S. Senate for 220 years is that only conduct amounting to treason, bribery, high crimes, and misdemeanors has been subject to discipline. If the Senate of the United States is going to begin taking up every traffic offense and petty offense committed by senators in their private capacity, having nothing to do with their office, I think the Senate needs to go into full-time session to deal with those alone.
But do you think the fact that Craig pleaded guilty to misconduct here, do you think that that works against him?
Well, it did initially, and he said he didn't have the advice of counsel. He pled in an attempt to get this behind him. He's now reevaluated that. He's gotten advice from a very prominent criminal trial lawyer that he should try to open that up, and he's in the process of challenging that.
You know, when you listen to that voicemail message that the senator left, Mr. Brand, it sounds like even before the news conference on Saturday, he had already made the decision that he was going to go on the offensive.
Well, I think this has been a difficult decision for him. You know, as you said in your lead-up, the Republicans basically, in an unprecedented fashion, prejudged this case before anybody knew anything. On reflection, and I guess talking to the people that he trusts in Idaho, among other places, he's had second thoughts about whether he should throw in the towel or at least try to get the legal situation changed.
Well, do you think that he was pushed under the bus?
Well, I think yes. The complaint was filed before any facts were known, and the Republican leadership called for an ethics investigation, again, based on conduct that had nothing to do with his office.
And finally, very quickly, Mr. Brand, can all of this be resolved before September 30th when the senator said he intended to resign? Well,
theoretically it could. The committee could throw this out tomorrow based on the precedents.
All right, Senator Stan Brand, thank you very much.